So, Bill, Mastermind, 2018, you're doing things outside the box.
Yep.
We've talked about this a little bit with your agent Mastermind. What is it? How does it work? Why? Let's get through it. Some people to get some value.
Yeah, so the Agent Mastermind is something I'm putting together starting next month. We're going to do one per quarter, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. And the idea is to bring together industry leaders in our industry, in the real estate
industry, got it.
Yeah, so, and to bring them together and to allow them to brainstorm, share ideas, best practices, and, hopefully within the industry. And then, we've talked in other videos about, balance and, and quality of life and how we do things smarter. And so there's going to be some of that as well.
So there's 4 individuals.
Yep.
And they're in the group. You have a loan origination branch, right?
Yep.
The MMT.
Mervin Mortgage Team at Annie Mac Home Mortgage.
And the other 4 individuals in this group are not who they are, but 2 broker owners.
Yep. So this particular group that we're doing, and there may be additional groups that we do as we see this gain some traction, but we're going to have two broker owners that don't really do production. They're really more in a CEO role of owning and managing a real estate office, and they're branding and recruiting and marketing and all of those things. And then 2 team leaders, top team leaders. These groups all range from, I think, 20, 25 million on the lower end to $100 million on the top end. And so the idea is that you get close to $500 million of with myself and our team included of $500 million a yearly production together in a room,
solving problems,
to share ideas relevant to life and to our industry, and to hopefully all walk away better from it.
And now they're all in different areas. So how did you convey the idea that it wasn't competition but collaboration?
Yeah,
because that might be a question.
I don't know that it necessarily would have been a hang-up. Some people are very open about sharing. There's other people that are very kind of tight with their quote-unquote secrets.
Yeah.
But to kind of to preempt that, what we did is I've got a group in Center City, Philadelphia, and then one in the kind of northern eastern suburbs up in Bucks County, where I'm from. One out kind of on the west towards the main line and out towards the King of Prussia way, and then one in South Jersey, just so that it didn't. These individuals, of course, run into each other.
Yeah.
But they're not in direct competition constantly, day in, day out. It's not, they're not right down the street from each other. So, just hopefully allowing people to be a little bit more open, than they might be if they knew that they were, somebody that they're competing with on a daily basis.
Why would someone that is in real estate industry, mortgage business, maybe the real estate business, or any business, why would they want to do something like this?
Well, the why. I mean, I don't know that this answers the why, but what I can tell you in my own studies, in my coaching program, in books that I've read, I know that top people in just about every industry and business are always, the one thing that I think is common is learning and to continue to try to grow yourself as a person and within your trade. And masterminding, I think, really kind of embodies that. And you know what? It's funny. It reminds me of a quick story, and it's where the book gets a little bit weird. But in the classic Think and Grow Rich, where Napoleon's actually talking about envisioning himself at the table with all these great people throughout history, and Abe Lincoln and all the inventors.
I do it every Thursday.
Yeah, and he's actually masterminding with these. What would this person say? But this is even one step better, because these are real people that are doing the same exact thing and living. Living the same types of realities that each other are living. So that's really was the impetus of it. Is that I just saw that this is something that really is strongly endorsed by kind of that kind of
higher level thinking.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I wanted to just kind of I wanted to do it in a way that would be relevant to my industry.
3 steps, we'll leave it at this for someone that's maybe interested in doing something like this. 3 steps to actually orchestrate it. What would you say? First thing to do to the last.
The first thing to do is to write it down, to pick a date that you're going to complete it by, and to break it down in a couple action items.
Okay.
I know that personally I've got all these projects floating around, and it's so easy to kind of shuffle them around, and they're great ideas, but it's the execution that always lacks. So I think when you actually write it down and commit to it, I think that's relevant of just about anything in business. But that was when it started to transpire for me. So that was number one. And then I think just being authentic about, so two of the people in the group I already do some business with, and two of the people I don't. Of course, I'd like to, and I wasn't bashful about saying, of course I'd like to do business with you.
Yeah.
Right. I see that you're doing well, you're successful, and those are the types of people I want to work with. But at the same time, I do want to come to you with something of value and to give you an opportunity. And you don't have to feel like this is tied to any type of obligation to work with.
Yeah.
Right? People work with people that they like. And so if we were able to get together and it's able to, you're able to see over time that I'm somebody I want to work with. So that's it. Of course, we're in business. We want to grow our business. But the idea is that regardless, if we all get together, we all grow, we all learn from it. And if the business is a byproduct of it, that's great. So I think being transparent about your motives and not trying to hide from the fact that ultimately you're in business and trying to develop those types of relationships.
So write it down, make a commitment, and then
being transparent about, authentically communicate, and be honest about your intentions of putting it together. And then I'd say last, just logistically, for me, what we're doing is over the course of those 4 quarters. I'm gonna have to pick a location. It's a little bit closer to each person, so they have less traveling to do. And then we're gonna just do at a hotel or like a boardroom. We're gonna rent a boardroom, bring in some nice food and coffee and things like that. And just a couple hours of just some people, getting together and kicking some ideas around. I do believe that depending on the makeup of the group, and this is some feedback I've got from my coaching, that there could be some times we get a little dead space. You should come into it with some general ideas and topics to if you get bogged down. But at the same time, I think the ability to kind of free flow and let it lead where it leads is a good idea. So those are the things that I would.
So write it down, commit to it, be transparent in how you put it together, and then pick a location that's easily accessible to everyone, and plan it out, but don't overplan it. Let it be organic.
It's perfect.
I mean, I just got to know. This point, does culture matter?
Culture does matter.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
We'll see you on the next one.